Hello. So I didn't finish all the school signs that I wanted to do, and then I got busy, and then one day I forgot. So anyway, so I thought I would do those today. So the first one is principal. So you have your K hand shape, and remember the K hand shape when it's turned upside down is a P. So it's principal. You just kind of go in a circle and down. Principal. An assistant principal. Now, a lot of times I notice that schools will say AP. Well, because I don't work through K through 12, I don't know really what AP means. Is that AP, is that advanced, program, or what? Because they say AP readers, that kind of thing. But that's honors, or they have different vocab in the different school districts. So I'm just going to show you what it would be, and if you know what that initials are, then you know how to sign it. So an assistant principal would be both hands are in the A hand shape, and the one that you write with is under this one, is under the top one, so it's underneath, and Y is because it pushes it up, it supports it. The assistant principal. Assistant helps, pulls up, pushes, that kind of thing, so it helps. So assistant principal. Then the secretary. They may not have a secretary, but I'm going to show you the sign for secretary anyway, and then I'll show you the sign for like front office. Sorry, I'm stepping on something, I don't know what it is. Okay, so a secretary. So we've already done, remember we did pencil where you kind of look at and start writing, and then we did pen this way, like you're writing in cursive, or I think they print now. But anyway, secretary, when the sign was developed, a secretary would have a pencil behind their ear in their hair. They stick it in their hair above their ear, and then they pull it out. So it has been changed to secretary. So it's here behind the ear, and it goes down. So you can say secretary. You need to go tell the secretary. Well, they may not be called secretary, and they may send the kids to the front office. So here's front office. So front, this is in front of you, the front, and then we have our O hand shape, and then we make it in a box. This is a room, so the office is the same movement except with an O. The front office. You need to tell the front office why you were late, or you need, your pass or whatever. So we can do a pass. This is to pass, and it could be a pass, like shaped like a card, because it's a paper. I'm not really sure what they call that. Like you need a hall pass, or you need some sort of form to re-enter school if you're late, or you need to go to the restroom, that kind of thing. So let's see, what else did I have? Okay. And then, of course, the school nurse. And I think we did that the other one. But I'm going to go ahead and do it again just in case not. Nurse. It's an N hand shape, but it looks like a U, right? So this is nurse. It's really looks like that. You need to go to the nurse or the nurse's office. And that's where they have, medication for students to take. So if you have medicine that you need to give to the school, or you don't give it to your student, you give it to the school nurse. Okay, so now grades and report card. I think we did grades the other day. So this is your grade. Remember your left hand, the one you don't, it's kind of like your backdrop, or your stone, like we did commandments, ordinance, principles, that kind of thing. It becomes a backdrop, or a stone, if you will. And so your grades, it's a G hand shape for grade, and then you just go this and this. I don't slide it, you do it separate. Grades. Oh, what kind of grades did you have this year or this 6-week period, right? And so all A's. So if it was all A's, you would do A, or B, or some A's and some B's. And C and D, of course, and then F. So that was why I do grades. Now for report card, that was in one school one time, and it was report card time, and I signed, I'm going to show you the sign that I did, but they signed something else. But like I said, I'm not in the school regularly. If you're not, then you're not going to know that sign. But if you're with these people regularly, you're going to know what sign that they use. So if you don't know, I would just do directly report card. So ours, because like this is to report, I'll always do report card. Report. I'm going to report. You could do report card. Report card. I've always done with an R because I'm saying report card, but I think other schools may have, they say they sign something differently for that. And then we have like cafeteria and auditorium. So cafeteria is a C hand shape, and it goes like this, like your napkin when you're wiping your mouth, napkin. So cafeteria. And then the auditorium. So there's several different ways you could sign that one. It's the same hand shape. You take your 5 hand shape and you make it a claw, and either you start here and go up, or you start down here and go up, right? Or you could actually go, you know, you could do this, or you could go down. Either way, right? You have several ways that you can sign it. I see a lot of deaf people signing it this way and go up. For some reason, I do it like this because it's like I'm looking at the audience, and so I'm looking at the bottom row and going up. But definitely, if your deaf person corrects you or you see it, definitely do it their way. Okay, and then I don't want to forget, so I wrote it down. Oh yeah, and the gym. So if you're not going to the auditorium or to the cafeteria, they may be going to the gym. So this is pretty initialized. It's G hand shapes, and it does this, the gym. And in a sense, it's like you're jumping rope. That's what that makes me feel like. It's you're jumping rope, right? But it's really the heart is racing, the blood is flowing very fast, and that's the gym. You can spell it G-Y-M, G-Y-M. And if they spell it, or if they have a different sign for that, you can do that. Well, I'll do a sports video a little bit later, so in case school sports and things like that. But that's kind of the beginning of school, the things that you need to know. We already did like school supplies and books and the backpack and no cell phones and things like that. Oh, so teacher, duh. So teacher. So we have our hand-shaped teacher. I think I did this last time too, teacher, because we already did student. Librarian. So it is an L hand shape, and it goes around in a circle. The library. So a librarian would be what? The library person. So librarian, the library. So if you can think of any other school signs or school people that I have not touched on, let me know, and so that, or send me a video of you signing that. So anyway, practice, learn, and ask questions. And I'll see you later. Bye.